Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and welcome to your November 2022 Tarotscope readings, special eclipse edition. Now, we're right in the middle of eclipse season. The first partial solar eclipse happened October 25th, 2022, and we are right in the middle of that, and the next eclipse will be a complete lunar eclipse on November 8th. Now, if you're regular to this channel, you know that I use the North Node to read your tarot. And that is because the North Node is recognized in astrology to be your soul path, your North Star. And the eclipses happen on the nodes, and they're very transformational. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at what you're most learning and experiencing during this eclipse period, which will last not only a few months prior to the eclipse, but about 6 months after the eclipse. So let's get into the readings. I'm going to connect to the energies now. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, so this is going to be your Tarotscope reading for November 2022, special eclipse edition for everybody with their North Node in Sagittarius and or the 9th house. Okay, so this is my special eclipse spread, and I'll explain it right now. The reading is about what you're learning and experience during this eclipse period from October 25th, 2022 through November 8th, 2022, and then 6 months afterward. So these two cards represent what you're learning and experiencing, and then this is the basis of it all. So you've got the Death card and you've got the Empress card. Now, as I always say, don't be afraid of the Death card. The Death is about transformation, okay? This is about transformation, which is perfect for, this lunar eclipse, okay, coming up. Now, what is wanting to transform in your life? Okay, the basis of it is this. You have the Four of Swords. So what I'm seeing is what you're learning is you're ultimately trying to find who you truly are in this lifetime, what you truly believe, like you yourself, not with what you feel in conjunction to your parents, to your partner, to your friends or whatever. Okay, this is what you are learning. And what I'm seeing with these swords is this is about pausing and taking the time. It's like an overactive mind, because swords rule the mind, the intellect, okay? And with your South Node in Gemini, or the 3rd house, what I'm saying is that what you're learning about in this eclipse period is to kind of calm down an overactive mind. That's what this is saying. And we're talking about transforming into a better version of yourself, okay, with the Empress. But in particular, here's what's really interesting is, Libra, which is also an air sign like Gemini, which is your South Node, okay? But Libra is an air sign, but it's ruled by, Venus, okay? The planet of like love and emotions and wealth. And what it is when you're transforming, you're taking the best parts of who you naturally are, and you're adding and maybe subtracting some things, but you're moving toward that better version of yourself, which is almost like it's like a better use of the mind, because it's like a balance of like mind and heart. And that's who, you're going to find out who you truly are through your heart and your intuition, and not your mind. That's why this is saying, like, it's a time to transform, calm the mind down, and get more into the heart. Like, what do you truly feel about something, but not what your mind tells you, okay? That's what you're learning. So you could be reviewing a lot of situations in your life during this period of October 25th through November 8th. You could have a lot of dreams, a lot of things, situations coming up in the past. A lot of people are going through that right now. And, when you're reviewing this, what you want to do is you want to try to filter the information, instead of going into your mind, like through your heart, okay? And that's going to help you to become and find out, it's like who you truly are and what you believe. Now, these two cards over here is the point of transformation and where I ultimately see it going, okay, right now. Now, first of all, the point of transformation. Okay, the Queen of Swords. The point of transformation is that there could be something to where you don't see maybe how it is your mind has affected your life, both in the past and present. Okay, you don't really see that, and I'm seeing that it could be difficult, difficulty in getting out of that mode. It's almost like I'm seeing sometimes like a frozen energy, where it's like it's so it could be so ingrained in you, where you're automatically like living your life up here, okay? And there's a couple of advice cards that we're going to get in that's going to help with that. But the key for that, because you see, you've got the active Queen of Swords, and then you've got the Four of Swords, and this person here is in repose, meditation, calmness. The mind is calmed. This person's not dead. This person is just in a state of calmness, and particularly calmness of the mind. Okay, now where I see it going, and some of you are going to have difficulty in maybe breaking those old patterns, but ultimately, I see that you're going to actually, you could run away from the emotional side of life during this period. And the way out of that is, because you don't want to do that. This is like, you don't want to stay in a stuck pattern of in your mind, because like I said, you're trying to find out what your truth is, what your personal truth is. And the only way you're going to find that is through your heart. So your two advice cards are this. You've got the reversed Page of Wands, and you've got the Four of Pentacles. So what is this telling you? Okay, the first thing we're going to look at is the Four of Pentacles. Now, this card means a lot of different things in different situations. In this situation, this is, what do Pentacles rule? Pentacles rule everything of a material nature, okay? Everything from money, investments, a house, even like food, anything of a material nature, okay? And so anything that, in our life, and it could be anything. It's even like, could be our hobbies, anything that we value, even in relationships too, okay? Although it doesn't traditionally, rule that, but anything of value to us personally, because everyone has things that are slightly value, that they think are valuable. But what this is saying is that the way out of this mind thing is to start asking yourself what it is you truly value. What is it? And when you ask yourself, don't automatically just go to the mind, because it could be like, well, my parents want me to do this, wanted me to become a doctor, or my, partner wants me to do this, or, or start thinking in your mind of what other people are going to think. But what it is you truly want, like maybe what it is when you look at it, what you truly want is, I would just like to, go to chef school, or open up a food truck, or whatever it is. Because a lot of times what you find is what you truly want, it doesn't really maybe fit in to those around you right now, because maybe you've gone down a road with your mind so much of like that's the dark side of Gemini, with this, with the south node of the third house, is kind of like um always wondering what other people are thinking and the way they're processing it, and then you end up maybe like moving down a direction that's really not you. Okay, so the key to this is finding out what it is you truly value, even if it doesn't make sense to your mind or other people's minds. What it is you truly value, what in your heart of hearts. Okay, and it might not make sense to your mind. That's what I'm saying. Okay, now the reversed page of wands, this right here is really, it's really interesting card in conjunction with this, because it's like I'm getting the message of like, it's like time to like cool your jets. It's like, okay, there could be, you could have gone down lots of roads in your life, or the, it's like a lot of, I'm getting a lot of movement. Okay, because wands are fire. White wands are like fire, and they're energy, and it rules, yeah, any sort of like energy. It rules, things that are moving like a gasoline engine. Okay, um and so this reversed is like getting like, okay, it's time to like take some of that energy and refocus it through the heart to what you want. Because I feel like, a lot of you have this gift of being able to like, your Gemini South Node or the third house ruled by Mercury, fast movement, fast action. And it is a gift, because, if you ask like a Gemini South Node to like act and think quickly, and they can do that. But this is saying like, really like take some of that energy that you have. You're not blocking it, but it's like redirecting it. So when you redirect it, that's when you kind of find yourself. So really what I'm seeing is like really what this is about during this eclipse period is you're wanting to transform into a person who really is more connected to their truth, to your true truth. And the way through that is, like I said, pushing that energy down into the heart, into the, especially the intuition, okay, which is really going to pay off for you. But yeah, I hope this reading is making sense to you and you kind of get the gist of it. But these are very transformational times. Remember that if you are experiencing, if you have this North Node by sign or house, and if you're experiencing difficulties in your life, always remember that one of the things that you can do proactively is put that energy and refocus it toward moving toward your North Node. And if you're unsure of, what it is you have to do with your North Node, most of you watching this probably, you're familiar with your North Node. Read some information on it. Watch some other videos on the North Node and what it is to be, North Node in Sagittarius, or the ninth house. And that's where you could start moving that energy into that. But just remember, this is about this whole eclipse period really is about calming the mind and getting into the heart and your intuition. In a nutshell, that's it. So again, thanks for watching. We'll see you on some more videos. If you'd like a personal reading, there's going to be a link in the description box below. But again, thanks. And reach out to me in the comments if you'd like. I'd love to hear from you. Many blessings.